Welcome back if you have been with us all morning for the Hippos v the Stallions, and welcome if you are a new viewer to this afternoon's game of the Hippos against the Riders in the Estonian Premier League Division 1 match. Tallinn Riders against the Tallinn Hippos. I'll bring to you as soon as I have confirmation who won the toss, but the Hippos are batting first, so be interesting to see. So the Hippos double header today. They played a game against the Stallions this morning, lost out by 51 runs, but it was a good game, and it was a chance for the Hippos to give some squad players a go and a bat and a bowl, and did pretty well in the end to compete with title favourites, the Stallions, who also had a chance to swap around some of their regular players due to unavailabilities, etc., etc. So here we are live at Tiskre. Welcome wherever you are around the world to watch, and welcome to this game here on pitch 1. And Ronnie is opening the bowling for the Riders. And starts with a dot ball through to the keeper. This is a repeat of last week's game in which the Hippos came out on top. Let's see if the Hippos can continue that streak or the Riders can get revenge. So Ronnie in, bowls, will be given a wide. Started pretty straight, but some swing there, and therefore took it away from the batsman as it got closer and was judged wide by the umpire. So Ronnie up to the stumps, bowls, that's a better line, a better length, outside off stump, through to keeper for another dot ball. Opening the batting for the Hippos, Ben Jones at number 1, Dave Robson at number 2. And if you were with us earlier in the day, just a confirmation about the Hippos trying to give people a go. These two came in at 10 and 11 respectively in the last game. Ben gets bat on ball, puts that out there, deep mid wicket. They come through for a comfortable 1, and first run off the bat to Ben takes the score on to 2 in the halfway through the first over. On pitch 2, which is not streamed, but on pitch 2 you can see on the scoreboard app, is the ladies, Sarah Ma against Tiskre in a T10. So Ronnie up to the stumps, bowls. Dave pushes that. Comfortable 1. They're also playing a double header over on pitch 2, Sarah Ma against Tiskre. Sarah Ma took the first game this morning, and I went over quickly in between games to have a look, and Sarah Ma batted first in the second game, and I'll come back to that. So Ronnie in, bowls. Ben launches, it's gone high, but it'll be over the fielder. Will it run away for 4? No, he pulls it in just inside, and it's 2 more to the total. So over on pitch 2, as I say, the ladies T10 tournament, Sarah Ma against Tiskre Penguins, and Sarah Ma batted first and posted 91, so a good score. So 90, and the target is 91, so that'll be a good game. It's not streamed, but you can keep up to date with it on our scoring app here at the Estonian Cricket Association. So Ronnie in, final ball of the first over. Ben lets that go through. Brings an end to the first over, 5 from it. Ben Jones with 3 and Dave with 1. So Kush will be opening the bowling from the Kiev end. Dave will be facing, and Kush is in. It's on Dave's legs, plays that out for a single. One more to Dave, one more to the score. Kush was chatting this morning on the chat when he was watching the game this morning, and involved this afternoon. So a day of cricket for Kush. Kush is always involved on the chat. It's really encouraging. So hey, if you're out there and you want to have some chat, please put your comments. We'll talk about them if we can, and try and get some answers or comments in relation to that. So Kush up to the stumps, bowls. Ben pushes that out. The inner field is very deep. They're all back on the circle, so one's to be collected. Good cricket from the Hippos. Rotate the strike, put the bad ball away, and you will compile a very competitive score. So up to the stumps. Dave hits that pretty well, straight to the fielder. No run scored. In, Dave on his hip, pulls that. That should run away for the first 4 of the innings, and it so does. So Dave gets the boundary count off and running in this Hippo innings. Takes Dave on to 6, the Hippos on to 11. And Kush concedes the first boundary of the innings. So just moving the field. Kush is in, bowls. Again, same ball. But not dispatched this time by Robson. Kush gets away with that one. So final ball of the second over. Kush is in, bowls. Short, wide, missed by everybody. Ben pushes for the bye and gets it. Brings an end the second over of the innings. Score moves along to 12. Ben on 4 and Dave on 6 and 2 extras. So it looks like Ronnie to continue. Dave Robson on strike, captain for the day for the Hippos, Dave Robson. Let's see what he does here. It's on the leg, it's tickled. The man there runs round it, there's 1. He's still not got it. They should be pushing for 2, and they do. 2 more to the total. So Ronnie up to the stumps, bowls again on the legs, goes down the leg side, swings away. That's a wide. 1 more to the extras column, 1 more to the total. Run it in, up to the stumps, bowls. Dave pushes at that. That's going to run away. They'll take the 1. They're going to come back for 2. It's pulled up just inside the boundary. So it should just be the 2 more to the total. innings, Hippos are 89 for 1. Ben Jones through on 39, Tim Heath on 8. The only wicket to fall, Dave Robson.
Idiot.
Who, as you could probably tell, has just joined me in the commentary box. I think there may have been some sound issues again earlier during this game, so I do apologise. I know I did say a couple on the chat, but Daniel Patton Music, hopefully you can hear me now. So also the video feed has frozen. Yes, thank you. But I think we should all be good now for the remaining half of this innings and into the second innings and the conclusion of the game. So, little drinks break. I shall be back in a couple of minutes. So, welcome back after the drinks break. Hippos will be resuming on 89 for 1 from 10 overs, so halfway through the innings. Tim Heath on strike. A lock coming in, bowl. Tim tracks down the wicket, picks that up, launches it out in the deep. The guy lets it bounce in front of him, fields it and returns it. So 1-2 the total. So a lock is in. Ben pulls that. That's going to be 1. They're going to at least get 2. It's going to be pulled up just inside the boundary. Relay throw and back to the keeper. 2 more to Ben Jones. Takes him on to 41. Hippos on to 92. Good footing here for a high score to be posted by the Hippos. So a lock is in. Bowls. Ben moves to the offside but misses that. No run through to the keeper. Fumbles, but another dot ball. So no more to add. Ben drives that, pushes that on. That should be 1. Unless it's a misfield, there'll be 2. But no, just the 1. 1 more to Ben Jones. Moves the score on to 93. So a lock in. Tim Heath facing. That's down the leg side. He's got his bat on the ball, but no. He might have been better getting the wide for that. There's a right comedy of errors. Bowls it, throws it in. The keeper falls over. He misses it. It's backed up, but end result is another dot ball. So a lock now up to the stumps. Bowls. Tim waits for it and pushes it out wide. They'll get 1. They should look to come back for 2. And they do, comfortably. So 2 more to the total. The end of the 11th over. 95 for 1. Tim Heath on 11. Ben Jones on 42. So hopefully now we have commentary and we have video feed. Hurrah! Daniel Pattenden Music says. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Daniel Pattenden. How is the weather in the UK, especially in sunny Wickham? I hope it's really nice for you. It's beautiful here. The sun is shining. 17, 18 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. The blue sky is beautiful. The ground looks well. It's much better than last week. Still got the ball patches, as you can see. But we're hoping with that bit of rain we had this week, then over the next week or 10 days, they'll start to take from the new seed that was put in. And we should remove those patches. So, change of bowling here at the Kiev end. For the riders, it's Rana. Rana on, is in. Bowls. Ben pulls that, but straight to the man out in the deep. And returns that. One more to the total. So Rana steadies himself. He's up to the stumps. Bowls. Tim launches that. It's gone very, very, very high. And he's taken that catch. He's taken that catch on the run. Held it, got two hands to it, and cleanly taken it. So, second wicket for the Hippos falls. Tim Heath falls, 11 from 10 balls. 96 for 2. What is becoming pretty clear is the harder the catch, the more often it is taken. The easier the catch, the more often they are dropped. How bizarre, how bizarre. So a wicket there to Rana with his second ball of his spell. Removal of Tim Heath. The incoming batsman Prianga, who batted very well in this morning's game. Fell short of his 50, but batted very well for his 40 plus. Rana in, bowls. Out onto the leg side for one more run to the total via a leg bye. So Rana bowls again. Oh, straight into the hands, but this time, guess what? Cheesy peeps. He's dropped it. Same guy that made the really difficult catch look okay last time. Didn't have to move for this one. He's just fulfilled my theory. The easier the catch, the more they are dropped. How bizarre. Anyway, Ben lives to fight another day. Rana took one wicket, has had one dropped in this innings, so a good over, but short and wide if pushing it out. There's one, they should come back for two, they do. Two more to the total, takes Ben on to 46. Prianga on 1. End of the 12th over. Went for 5, took 1 wicket, and the Hippos 100 up, and they moved to 101 for 2. So, looks like a lock will be continuing from the Stockholm end. In, bowl into Prianga. Prianga pushes that out. They definitely get one. Will they look for two? Yes, they do. Come back for two. Two more to the total. Takes it on to 103 for two. Lock in, bowls. Reach, that's pushed out for one more, should be, yeah, fielded out there, in, returned. So one more to the total. Tallinn Hippos move on to 104 for two. Ben Jones, one big strike away from a half century. He's now facing bowled and missed outside the off stump. So a dot ball. Lock in. Ben plays it all along the ground, but straight to a fielder, so no run. Dot ball. Projected score dropped a little, so 166 now is the projected score. Riders fighting back a little bit, stopping the run rate. It helps with being able to place your fielders a bit more strategically outside the circle. But Ben gets a full top, launches that, and that's gone for a huge 6. And it's gone for a 4, but that brings the 50 up. 50 up for Ben Jones. Well battered, Ben. 50 off 33 balls. So that sort of lusty blows is always welcome in the batting side. So Ben, as I say, he batted well this morning. Got a 40-plus score before getting out. Prianga batted this morning, got a 40-plus score before getting out. Then Ben came in late on and a few big blows to get the Hippos over 100. But batted very well here today, opening in this second game. Pushes through for one more off on the leg side. And the Hippos go through for one more. So 50 runs off 34 balls, included 4 4s and 1 6 with a strike rate of 150. So really good knock so far from Ben, and he'll look to continue and go on from here with a further 7 overs still to come in this innings. Projected score up at now at down at 168 with a current run rate just over 8.3, but still plenty of time to get that going. And Ben Jones and Prianga will do their best here to keep that run rate ticking over very nicely. So Rana in. That's through. There's a man there. He fields it. So they just come through for one more. One more to Ben. One more to the Tallinn total. Tallinn Hippos total. Moves them on to 110 for 2. Rana Bolwell in his first over, looking to do the same. He's flicked that up and he gets a wicket. So another wicket falls. So Prianga has gone. Rana strikes again. The first over he got a wicket. Now in his second over he's got another wicket. And again the riders are pulling this back. Stopping the big score from potentially happening. It's good stuff, good recovery. Keeping them in the game at the minute. Important overs, these sort of middle overs as they're called. These are really important overs. So the middle to the end is really where the batting side looks to launch for a big total. And if you can keep picking wickets up as a batting side, a fielding side, then just keeps that run rate in check, which is really important. New batsman in is Owen Feely. No, is it not Owen Feely? Is it Richard Parkin? Could be Owen. I can't quite see. Oh, it is Richard. It is Richard. Yeah, I thought it was. Sure, it flashed up that it was Owen. But anyway, in comes Richard. Looks to drive. 1 off the first ball he faces. Brings Ben on strike, which is the sensible thing to do. Ben's the man in. Ben's the man with the eyes, who understands the ball speed and bounce at the moment. So it's good play from Richard Parkin, putting Ben on strike. Rana in. Ben moves, but that will just be a dot ball. So 10 fours and 1 6 so far in this innings. Rana bowls, Ben steps, takes 1 step, he pushes for 1, should just be the 1. The fielder picks it up out in the deep and returns. So 1 ball left of the 14th over. Another good over here from Rana. He's in. A slight appeal, but I think always going down the leg side. So the end of the over from Rana takes the score on to 112 for 3 with 6 overs remaining. Ben Jones will look to go big, 53 now off 37, and Richard Parkin 1 from 2. So change of bowling from the Stockholm end. It'll be Tanvir. Ben hits that out. The 1, they've got to push for 2. They do. Again, it looks like on my screen it may have frozen again. So I do apologise, but if the pitch is frozen. But just as a reminder, the Hippos won the toss, chose to bat. Currently 114 for 3. With 14.1 overs gone. Ben Jones still there from opening on 55 of 38 balls. Richard Parkin, who's just joined him, is off 2 balls. The men to fall, Dave Robson, Tim Heath and Prianga. So let's see if the Hippos can accelerate from here in the remaining 6 overs, or if the Riders can keep on top of this run setting from the Hippos. So Tanvir is in, bowls, and Ben launches that. There's a man underneath it. A really good effort, actually. He has shelled it. It has gone down, and it's gone for 4. But look, I've been the first to question some of the catching abilities, but that was a really good effort. He got there very low down, but he shelled it. So 4 more to Ben. He's in again. Ben dabs that down, pushes that on the offside. They'll come through for 1. And the keeper stops that. So brings Richard on strike. The bowler's in, bowls. Richard pushes, but there's no run fielded in the circle. Tanvir in, on his legs. Richard pushes that. They've gone for 1. There should definitely be another, which there will be. 2 more to the total. Richard Parkin moves on to 3. Ben Jones is on 60. The score moves to 122 for 3. So again, in on his legs. Richard Parkin pushes that out. 1, and they've pushed for 2. That's really good running from the Hippos, but really poor fielding from the Riders. And Richard Parkin will be happy with this, with the fact he got some runs here so far this afternoon. He got a golden duck this morning, so At least he hasn't ended up with a king pair for the day, which is really good. He's flashed that back at the bowler, but it looks like he's put that down. So no runs scored. And the end of the 15th over. The Hippos have moved on to 124 for 3. Richard Parkin on 5, Ben Jones on 60. So in, bowls, Ben picks that up, launches, there's a man there. It's a lottery as to whether he'll take a catch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This guy can only take catches when on the run and difficult. He's taken 2 catches that have been much harder to drop, and the easy ones he's shelled. But he's taken it. Ben can't believe it. Ben's gone, caught in the deep for 60. That's the 4th wicket fall. So the Hippos are now 124 for 4. First ball of the 16th over. And Ben Jones go for a very well built 60. And I think we have the live streaming back. So let's hope everything continues in the right format now. We've had technical difficulties all day. So just one of those days, I'm afraid, from a technical perspective. So the new man in is Owen Feely. He will join Richard Parkin at the crease. So Rana strikes again. Rana's got a wicket in every over he's bowled so far. So one in his first, one in his second, and now this one in his third over. Bowling really well, only gone for 8 runs. And time in this over still to get some more maybe. Owen Feely, as we know, doesn't like to hang around. Go big or go home is Owen's view. So some big hits may come. But he dabs that out, pushes for 1. They should be 2, and they do. Come back for the second, so good running. 2 more to the total, takes it on to 126 for 4. Bit of rebuilding here. Richard's only been in 6 balls. That was Owen's first ball. Don't need to launch off from ball 1, so have a look. Rana looks like the man who's in form in this bowling spell, so see him out. Pushed out wide by Owen. They're going to get 1. Should just be the 1, and it is. So 1 more to Owen, takes him on to 3, and the score on to 127 for 4. So Rana in, bowls down the leg side. Richard Parkin has a big swipe, but doesn't connect. So no more runs to the total. And I'm joined in the commentary box by Terry. Hello, Terry.
Good afternoon, Kev. How you doing?
Oh, living the dream, I think is the phrase. Terry, living the dream. Rana in, bowls. Richard's launched that. It's in the air. And you won't be surprised, easy peeps. Another one is put down.
He's hurt himself.
He's hurt himself. He wouldn't have done it if he'd have caught it, but he's all right.
Yeah, he's rubbing his stomach.
Yeah, so he'll survive. But future reference, you don't get hurt so much on your stomach if you catch them. But again, that's probably the 10th drop catch. Although there's been 2 or 3 taken, and the harder ones have been taken, and the easier ones seem to be shelled, but that's pushed out. That's why
Parko wants 2.
Yeah, good running. Come back for the 2. So how's your morning been, Terry?
Long.
How's your day so far been?
Long.
So I've been saying all morning and in this game about the ladies' double header over there between Saromar and Tiskre, and Terry's been umpiring in the 2 games. Is that correct?
That is correct. And I've signalled more free hits, not just more. I would have signalled twice as many free hits this morning as I had in my entire lifetime before today.
Free hits are given for no balls, by the way, in case you're unaware.
And not one of them were for a front foot or height.
Okay, so not pitching on the track then.
And double bounce before
double bounce,
before it reaches the batter. Yeah. Both of those were frequent, and it was both teams who were guilty of it.
So we'll come back to that. So Tanvir in bowls. Owen looks to dispatch that on the leg side, but misses.
See,
but I don't think it was signalled a wide, so it must have gone
he just signalled a wide.
Oh, he did. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, technically he shouldn't have, because if the batter hadn't have moved, it would have hit him.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't create a wide.
Oh, so they've gone for 1. The fielder's dived over it. They're going to go for 2, and I think there's a real good chance of a 3 here.
Yep, they want it. Yeah, and Richard Parkin is going to come back safely.
Good running. So were they competitive over there this morning, though, Terry? Was it? Have you had a good day?
Yeah. Both matches were reasonably close. And there was some good batting and some good bowling.
So Tanvir in, that's looped up in the air, but it's safe. Parko puts that just wide of the fielder, so 1 more to the total.
And a few really good catches. Natalia Tikhonrovova took a great little juggling catch at mid-wicket.
Tanvir in, bowls, Owen. It would have been easier to use your hand, my friend. But anyway, it's fielded by the Riders, and no more runs added to the total.
Yeah, and Schiefer, the Penguins keeper, took 2 catches behind the stumps, if I recall correctly.
So Owen tracks down, but he only really loops it up over the infield.
He'll still get 2 here.
And we'll definitely get 2. The man running in from the deep. So some really good bits of play then. Yeah,
Lisa Bowering for Sarama took a caught and bowled in an over where she took 2 for 2. The first was bowled and then the caught and bowled.
So again, Owen goes down the track, much straighter this time. They'll still come back for 2.
Oh, the fielder fumbles it.
But he's just inside the boundary still, I think. I don't think that went over.
No, thanks. Richard Parkin is in the Estonian national team. He's not in for his batting, but he can be very handy in this type of stage of the game.
I agree with you. He was out for a golden duck this morning, but
I didn't even know that.
I know you didn't.
I had not.
But he's showing more of himself in this game than he did.
He's definitely not in the national team for his batting. He's in as a bowler, but he is someone who can be very, very handy in the death overs.
Run a ball at the minute 10, which is what you want from this stage onwards.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
so you can't ask for much more. Owen doing his job, 11 off 7. So, end of the 17th over, 141 for 4. Projected score seems to have balanced itself out for these last few overs now. The 166 seems to be what it's suggesting. So they'll be happy with that, I think. But
they will. I can't see the Riders getting over 150. They just don't have the batting depth. Yeah. For Riders to get a 150, 160 score, there's basically 2-3 batters who are really, really going to have fantastic innings. They just don't have the depth, I don't think, to be able to get towards 160. So,
and I think the Hippos have a bit of depth in their bowling as well, don't they? So, they bowl quite a way down. Say Parko, Robbo, Owen Feely, Priyanka can bowl. So, there's big battles there needed.
Yeah, they did bowl quite well against the Riders last week.
So Vivek in, from the Kiev end. So that's pushed out by Feely. They've come for 1.
It was a nice ball on a good length, just outside of off stump. Came up, and Owen had to do well. If If they had a cover and an extra cover, I'd say he should have been caught, but it was in the gap.
Well, it should have been a catching chance. I wouldn't have put my money on it being caught. But so he's through. They're going to push. He could be close. Oh, but they should come back for the buzz. No. Yeah, they're going. No, they're not. Yes, no, yeah. Go on then. Let's They're giving you every opportunity to get to out of this. And in the end, if you're confused like we are, there's just one from that.
The ball's gone to 3 different corners of the field, but the batters only went through for a single.
Well,
in addition to the wide.
Yeah, exactly. So, here we go. Vivek in, ball into Owen. Owen tracks down, dabs it, puts himself, but no, holds it. I think that was a good decision not to throw.
Yes.
And one more to the total. In bowls, launches, very straight.
That'll be 4. Very nice shot there.
Straight as they can be, which is the perfect scenario. So well done, Richard. Just fulfilling what Terry was saying about him being handy at this stage of a game to nudge Nurdle 1, score, and be over the runner ball rate, which is what's needed. 14 now from 11 for Richard.
That was a lovely, slightly lofted straight drive, just clearing the inner circle and a couple of bounces for 4.
So, swipes, but misses. We'll come to see if there's any chat thing in a minute. I don't know. We'll just watch this over out. See... and then we'll see if there's any chat messages to respond to. So Vivek is in, bowls. Looks to tickle that, but doesn't get anything on it, but possibly because it was a wide and it's signalled a wide. So let's see. 7th ball of this over. In. Parko clubs it out for 1. Raw doing the... they're going to go. It'll be close if it's direct hit, but it wasn't. So good running. And I think if Owen had made his mind up straight away, that would have been a bit easier. But good running. 2 more to the total. Moves Richard on to 16. Score on to 152 and the final ball of the 18th over. Good running. This is going to be at least 2 more here. Strange field.
It's defensive, but most of the fielders in the deep are between... Well, they're actually... I was going to say between 5 and 10 metres in from the boundary. But the actual fact, what they were was essentially all 8 metres in from the boundary. Yeah. It was actually quite symmetrical.
Well, that was the only good thing about it then. So 18 overs gone, 154 for 4. Richard Parkin moves on to 18 from 14 balls, Owen 13 from 9. The projected score has gone up a little bit, so looks like potentially being a good score. Plenty of wickets still in the hutch. If you watch the game this morning, there's been a few changes, couple of changes in the team this afternoon, and we'll see those probably more when we come out to fielding than we do when batting.
Yeah, and this partnership between Owen and Richard is exactly what the Hippos needed when you would say that the batting lineup for this match is not as strong as what it could normally be. No Stu Hook, a lot resting on Dave, Ben Jones, Tim Heath. With them all not there either now, these two had a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, and they've stepped up to the plate and delivered for their side. Whereas if Riders had been able to get one of these out an over or 2 ago, they may have been able to go through them.
So Vivek bowls, that's gone very high but very safe. Come back for 2 to Owen, 2 more to the score to Feely. Takes it on to 156. But yeah, I think they've done exactly what was needed, as you say, Terry. Sometimes, let's see this ball through. So it's Rishikesh bowling, and again, that's dispatched. That will be 4 runs. That's a lovely shot over the covers into the boundary.
Absolutely effortless little push into the gap, showing exactly that you do not need to put lots of oomph behind it if you time it correctly.
Agreed. I was about to say the very same thing. What they haven't done is just tried to hit every ball out the ground. And it's amazing how you can accumulate runs just by playing proper cricket shots. And that's what they've done. Just to confirm, it is a Saturday that Ragnar is not too far away, knocking in another bat. That's how I know it's a good old Saturday at the cricket these days. Ragnar is knocking in a bat. If you can hear it, you probably can't hear it. Lucky you. But, Rishikesh now is becoming very expensive. But if you could just get a breakthrough, it would be good. Always a good time to get a wicket. Makes the new batsman in. It's a dot ball. All good reasons.
I looked to play it late, but he just stepped away from it a bit too much. Gave himself a little bit too much room there. Waits on this one. A little dab. Get through for the single.
So what Rishikesh, yes, looks like he's been a little bit expensive. But he has seemed to have been bowling in the right sort of area. But there's 5, 2 of them really deep out on the leg side. Just seems a bit of a waste of a field to where he's bowling to me. But that's a straight one. There will definitely be 2 to park in here. And it should just be the 2.
Yeah, his line and length has been quite fine, but the problem for him is that these 2 are just looking to push it into the gaps.
And that's gone sky high. Rana's under this. It should be taken.
And it is.
And it is. Well done. Nice to see a catch taken.
Richard Parkin departs for 20. A very good contribution to his side. Riders will be very happy to have broken up this 5th wicket partnership.
So job done. Did a good job there. Remo, the next man in, batted well this morning also.
Yeah,
got a few runs.
Yeah,
20 odd maybe, not huge, but the batter played some very nice straight, very correct for a lot of his runs. Played a beautiful straight drive that came for 4, straight back all along the floor past the bowler. So yeah, he batted well.
I'll be extremely impressed if Remo can get 20 odd today, because this is the last over and he's at the non-strikers end.
No, that would be impressive.
Basically, he needs Owen to hit a single and then him to come up and Remo hit a few boundaries.
That would be impressive. I'd love to see that for the last 5 balls of the over.
Raiders would not like to see it.
But actually, in all joking apart, the more balls Owen faces here, the better it will be, because Remo's new in, Owen is set, so that should be the aim. But that's going to be 1, tickled round the corner.
Ronnie Z, the man bowling the last over of the innings, Owen charged him down. That's really, by doing so, made it so that it was much harder to hit.
But what I've noticed in seeing Owen last week, this morning and now this afternoon, he likes to go tracking down. He seems to like that. Doesn't stand still very often. But anyway, Ronnie in. Bowling to Remo. Remo's first ball.
That's a really good line in length there, yes. Especially for a last over scenario. Makes it very difficult.
Couldn't get under it. Couldn't do much with that. Actually, that was a good... not much pace, but good line, good length, and that's probably as important. You can have all the pace in the world, but if you're throwing it everywhere, that could be close, you know. But he's not given. Maybe a little high. But hey, who am I to say? But the umpire said no, not out. So therefore, it's not out. But it definitely was a leg by, Mr. Umpire.
It's going to go down to in the scorebook as runs. Yep. Yeah, he's gotten off the mark.
He'll be happy with that.
Scorers can only put in what the umpire tells them to. Big swing and a miss.
And again, Owen, it would be better. Again, you're far better than me in this, Terry, but your stance, your most stable stance, will give you a better chance of hitting the ball correctly, would it not? Well,
yeah, the thing is, this last over so far, he's completely changed the way he was batting. If he had just kept doing what he was doing before...
That could be very close if he hits.
That's
and
out.
I would say that's out, and it is.
Out by a mile. Yeah, Owen was scoring freely throughout his whole innings, and then suddenly for the last over, he feels like he's got to dance down the wicket and
backwards
shuffle
and
around.
Sideways
and
no need.
So,
no need.
And none of it's come off. If he just stuck to what he was doing before, I would hazard a guess there would be an extra 10 runs scored from this over.
I would agree.
There's no need to change what you're doing.
Exactly.
When it's working.
21 off 15 really should be 30 off 17 by now. But there we go.
And I would add to that, especially when there's no pace on the ball.
Yeah.
The one thing, there really isn't any point coming down the wicket unless it's to nullify spin or just get an edge on a pacey delivery.
So that will be a wide. I'm not quite sure.
Oh!
I don't know what that was all about either.
Owen's run out at the non-striker's end.
No, Callie run out, isn't it?
Calla
run out, but Owen fought. There was a wide. They'd got the what was it? Last ball.
It was the last ball. Yeah.
It was a wide. It can't be the last ball.
Yeah, but they were running as if it was the last ball. And with the wickets in hand, because it's a wide, I would actually say, yeah, fair enough. It doesn't matter.
There's nothing to lose.
You still get the one for the wide, and you now get Owen back on strike.
And the big news, he gets to be involved with one ball. So, the new batsman in is young Henry. 12-year-old Henry made his debut last week. Didn't get a bat, fielded and bowled very well. And so his task here, if he's got a brain, is just to run.
Yep.
Whatever happens, run.
He's looking set up as though that's what he's going to do.
Yeah. And don't take no for an answer, young man.
Here comes Ronnie. Owen dances down the wicket again.
Well, he wouldn't have got in, but...
No, he didn't move.
He didn't move.
At all.
No. And so that's it. The 20 overs is up. 166, which, as we said earlier, was fair, really. The projected score was saying that for a good number of overs. So that shows it's been pretty consistent from the Hippos. They did start off pretty quickly, pretty fast. Ben Jones's 60, Dave Robson's 35 was really pleasing on the eye and good to watch. And at one stage they were projected 200, but it's battled out, steadied out. 166 is what it was saying, and I think that'll be a tough score.
Yeah, and well bowled by Rana with his 3-for.
Yeah.
Really changed the game. It probably could have. The Hippos probably would have gotten on to 200 without those wickets that those 3 wickets he picked up, because they were all big wickets as well. So the Riders will need 167 for victory, and the match should be resuming in just under 20 minutes, about 5 p.m. We'll see you back here then. So the players are back out on the field and the umpires have joined them for the Riders' run chase. Again, 167 is what they require, just over 8 and over. And I'm joined in the commentary now by Ragnar.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you feeling after your 2 victories this morning?
Really tired. I can't keep that long. One game would have been fun. Other one just like too much. But we need to play an experience. So I just power through.
You'll get used to it the more you do it.
Yeah, sure.
So opening the batting for the Riders in this run chase is Anand and Tanvir. And to bowl the first over for the Hippos is Owen Feely. And here he is with the first ball. A little play and a miss outside of off stump. Ben Jones has the gloves for the Hippos. Tim Heath standing in at first slip as usual.
Love that.
And there's a very tight ring on the offside. 5 fielders. And Owen bowls to his field just outside of the line of off stump again. Yeah, from mid-off through to gully, there are a ring of 5 fielders. And 3 fielders on the onside, 1 at deep, at long on, and then backward a square leg, and Dave Robson in at mid-wicket. Owen keeps up his line outside of off stump.
Beautifully bowled.
Anand cannot get close to it. It's a very good line to be starting off the bowling. Hippos will be hoping that he can continue to do that for all 4 of his overs. Here he comes in again from the Kiev end. A little closer to the batter's body and he's able to get bat on it, pushes it away. They'll get back for 2. It's a very good throw from the deep. Trying to pick up which fielder it was.
One of the pink ones. Yeah, I can't see the faces nor numbers from here.
I think it was Colour. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Colour who with the good throw there. Here comes Owen. Straight one, just pushes that to the vacant mid-on region. Richard Parkin coming across from mid-off to do the fielding. And they get through for 1. Nicely guided through gully. And again, good fielding from Gullah means they are restricted to just the 1 run. That'll be the end of the first over. 4 runs coming from it. And it will be the Hippos who will be the happiest with the score after that first over. We saw some good catching in both of the women's matches this morning.
Yes, so they finally have warmed up and started to take catches, which I was happy to see that they no longer are afraid of it, doing it. And I got caught out as well. I actually was happy about it to go and sit before I have to wicket keep again.
You had a very good opening partnership with Lisa.
Yes, great communication.
I think you just fell short of a 50-run opening partnership.
Oh. Well, all thanks to Lisa.
Well,
Lisa.
not quite all thanks. The extras get included there. So.
But she did the work with the bat. All right. Kallene nüüd siis pallimas.
Yeah, it is colour bowling from the Stockholm end. A little too straight there, and they were able to
Võtsid ühe?
get through for a single.
Jah. Ball didn't get out of the inner circle.
There's a nicely played cut shot there, and it looked at first as though he was going to beat Mac at a shortish point. It did beat his hand, but he managed to get his leg in the way of it. So Colour hits Tanvir on the full, just outside of leg stump. Tanvir was looking to smash the full toss to cow corner, but unable to get onto it. So here comes Colour once more. Tanvir just rotating the strike. Bringing Anand to face Colour.
Ooh.
Is that a misfield?
No. Just haven't seen Dave run that fast in a long time. So Dave got the ball and chucked it back. Good job.
Picked up 2 runs. There's also a couple of injuries
During the women's game.
Yeah.
Mostly because not probably warmed up.
Mm-hmm. Flicked in the air. Straight to is that Henry Pattenden? It is. He stopped it, but it came onto him a little bit too quickly, and he wasn't able to get the hands into position in time. So he wore that one on the chest.
And some of the injuries already, they came with them this morning, so just really eager to play, but in the end, you really can't, especially when they're legs and you have to field on them.
Yeah, there was 2 pulled or strained quadriceps, which very much indicates that they just weren't warmed up properly. Hopefully both players will be okay. Here comes Owen in again from the Kiev end to Anand. Umpire's just discussing something.
Important stuff.
Absolutely no idea what the issue is. They seem to be calling the rider's captain on. issue with the batter. Looks like he's got an injury with his hand.
Oh no.
Getting a bit of spray on it. Meanwhile, while the
waiting for the game to continue.
Dave Robson's taking advantage of the stop in play to have a reassessment of his field positions and looking to move a few players around. As the batter continues to get some more treatment.
Hope it's not too bad.
Yeah. Stoppages in play like this really mess with the rhythm of bowlers and batters. Interesting to see once play resumes of if it has affected either of them. Owen has been bowling a good outside off-stump line so far in this innings. The batter is going to continue. He's putting his glove back on. So, looks like everybody is reset and able to resume. Owen comes in to Anand. This one's a bit close to the body. He just flicks it away and they'll deny a run. You mentioned your batting partner, Lisa. She is a real standout performer in both the games this morning.
She was. She was not out both times batting.
Full of delivery from Owen there, but Anand can't get it away, and it'll just be a dot ball.
And Lisa did good bowling and helped us to field greatly. They are fielding better a little, but we have still bunch to learn.
Yeah, Lisa picked up player of the match of both games. And here comes Owen. And we're giggling because Hippo, Marco Vike, and his son Erasmus have just gone past us on a scooter. They're having lots of fun watching the cricket on this beautiful day at Tiskre. Here comes Owen again. And unslapped this one to cow corner. Remo with a valiant effort to try to keep it inside the boundary, but it crosses the rope for the first 4 of the innings for the Riders. Much needed boundary for them. A bit of support for Ben Jones in the chat. He's keeping at the moment. Owen comes in again. Quite straight.
Ooh, good stop from Mac.
And they just pick up the one. Another tidy over from Owen. He's now none for 10 after 2. As the run rate required for the Riders creeps up, almost reaching 9. This is the Riders' 3rd match this season, and it's the 3rd different opening pair that they have used.
Oh no. Throwing off the helmet.
So colour to continue from the Stockholm end. This is a little wayward. Goes down the leg side for a wide.
No? Oh. And Kalle coming in again. Oh, beautiful ball.
Now I'm just slapping that one to mid-off for 1 run. Brings Tanvir on strike.
Straight hit. To the manage. Ooh, almost.
It's gotten there.
Nearly.
He nearly stopped it, just inside the rope, but...
Not. So that goes for 4.
Very good lofted straight drive there from Tanvir.
Beautiful.
Very reminiscent of the one Richard Parkin hits towards the end of the Hippos innings.
Are they still having trouble with their hand? No, shoelaces a bit.
Yeah.
I'm happy, not happy, I'm surprised that we managed with all the shoelaces in the women's game. Nobody had issues. Finally maybe learn to do double knots.
Yeah. I was just going to say, it's just that the women know how to tie a double knot bow. So they don't come undone. So colour to Tanvir again. Tanvir just blocks that one out.
Ooh, beautiful shot. Passes the fielder and gets over the boundary.
Yeah, Tanvir is really looking to up the attack here. He's taking colour on, hitting him now for successive boundaries. It is over. Getting for the first time an over where the score is above the run rate. Colour goes down leg side. Gives the riders another freebie. Full and outside off stump, and that's a dot ball. NM Creation commenting on the lack of aggression. You've finally seen some now inside the power play. Well whipped off the legs there by Tanvir.
Dave's trying to chase it down. Thankfully, the ball did slow down, so he's managing to pick it up and back to the baller's end.
So quite an expensive over there. 13 runs coming from it. Exactly what the riders required to get themselves back heading in the right direction for them to chase this down. It is a big total for them.
maintenance men. Men? Man?
Yeah.
Man. It's really difficult for me to those
That's
two.
all right. So Owen Feely is back on for his third over.
Ooh. And I have lost it in the sky somewhere. Oh, it's on the ground.
What type of shot was that, Ragnar?
Uppercut?
Yes.
Yay! Ragnar knows little cricket.
Very nicely played as well by Anand. He picks up 2 for it.
Ooh. And
Pulled this one away, and I think it's going to just stop inside the rope. It has absolute millimeters. So, but they run very well. They pick up 3.
yes, well done.
This riders pair, they seem to have played themselves in and are now taking the game to the Hippos. Hippos will be wanting to break up this partnership as soon as they can. Owen strays onto the legs. Tanvir was unable to take advantage of it, and they'll just pick up the one leg by. He was looking to smash that one towards the big tent that is up next to the sportsbet.io container, where there's a lot of activity with a barbecue being set up. Just flicked off the pads this time by Anand.
Great pickup by Robert. I don't know why. Like when he's in Hippos, I'm like, he's Dave, but I still want to call him Robo.
You can call him Robbo, everybody else does.
Yeah, but he prefers Dave actually.
I know that.
But as soon as the other Hippos are around, my mind is like, no, he's no longer Dave. Now it's Robo. Owen going in again.
Pulls this one away. There is a fielder there. It's Remo. He's behind it. Gets the long barrier down well. So just the single. On in for what should be the last ball of this over. Full outside off stump, and he gets a dot. Nope, the umpire has belatedly called wide. What's that? Well, if the umpire had have done it correctly, he would have signalled to the fielders, and then I wouldn't have said it was a dot.
Yeah, it's okay.
He didn't signal to the players. He only signalled to the scorer. And you'll be getting a message about that later.
Oh yeah, during women's game, you were standing there for quite some time with your arms wide open and the scorers just scribbling away.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at you and I just yelled at the scorers, acknowledge!
Thank you.
Oh, I think I scared a batter by that point.
So with 5 overs gone, the Riders are none for 38. They're needing just over 8.5 and over, so it's only slightly more than what was required at the beginning of the innings. So change the bowling. Prianga is on. And he's tied Anand up there. So here comes Prianga from the Stockholm end to Anand. Slaps it straight back to the bowler.
Ooh, that must hurt.
Yeah, that one definitely had a bit on it.
Just shake it off.
Indeed.
Well, I was always told I can't show pain to the opponent. I just turn around and swear to myself. Another hit to the chest.
Yeah, you took two of those today.
No, well, I bloody hell, where are my hands at?
I'll tell you where your hands at. Your hands were reaching.
Yes, I was more blocking today than catching as a keeper. So a couple of times I just pushed them back to the bowler. I know.
Patience. Let the ball come to you. I know you.
It is what it is.
You and patience are not really bedfellows.
Ooh, beautiful shot. And that goes for four then.
It's at the furthest part of the field from us. Presuming a 4, waiting to see what the umpire is going to signal. So far he's done nothing.
Yep. So 2. I believe they ran 2.
Yep. It was a shot that deserved a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Short from Prianga this time.
Oh, just nicked it. Didn't get the ball quite right on the bat.
Yeah. Let's turn it around the corner and Richard Parkin feeling on the 45. Able to clean it up.
I see some of the ladies are still trying to get their lines quite right at the nets right now. So some of them are still practicing.
Yeah, there's members of both clubs are over there in the nets.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice ball. That really moved away off the pitch. And that brings to a close a very good over from Prianga. Just the 3 runs coming from it. They're done for 41 after 6 overs.
You go? Yeah. Ah, okay. I'm stuck. No, that's mine. That's mine. And we got Kevin in the house.
Who's in the house? Hey, there's a game on here. Power play. 41 for none.
Yes.
126 needed off 84 balls. So, do we have a bit of left arm quick coming into the attack? Mr. Robson. Well, left arm anyway. Could be interesting. Are you aching, Ragnar, from this morning?
Aching? Yeah. The whole second game keeping was torture. Let's hope Dave picks up wickets.
So good start, line, good length from Robbo. First ball on the money. So, yeah.
We had 2 golden ducks this morning with the ladies.
And we had 2 here.
You did?
Yeah.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah, Darwin was out first ball and Richard Parkin was out first ball.
I can't remember. I think it was Beanish and Kiitma. First game Beanish and the second game Kiitma, the captain. First ball out.
How were they out? Bold.
Both by... I want to say both by Victoria, but the second might be Lisa. I'm not quite sure. Those two picked up good.
Bowled him!
Ooh, and Dave did it!
Off stump, top of off stump, goes flying. The lights start flashing. Dave makes the breakthrough.
Yes.
And gone, 23. Breakthrough. They needed that wicket, I think, Ragnar. They were starting to look dangerous in chasing down this total.
Mm-hmm.
So big wicket there for the skipper, Dave Robson, leading from the front, as you rightly said, Ragnar.
Yes.
But I think, what does that mean? That means Rahman is their main man, is their big star player. So one goes, brings in another good player. So that'd be interesting to see. But actually, going back to this morning, do you know? I think there was three.
Three Goldens.
Vikram, Darwin, and Richard Parkin.
Oh.
The only reason I think that is because Richard Parkin was definitely out first ball, and at the other occasion, the bowler was on a hat trick, so there must have been two, obviously. So yeah, I think there was three in total this morning, all to the Hippos, all of the Hippos. But there we go. It can happen. So, in comes Rana. 43 for 1, halfway through the 7th over.
But that batter should wait for the balls, as Priyanka is not that fast.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good point when you're batting. It's one of the hardest things to do is to wait.
Oh, bloody hell it is. That's my
problem,
exactly. Yeah. And the next one is just swinging at it harder. Not physically, but just bringing it out more.
Yeah, just following through with the shot. But
yes.
So Rana pushes out for 1 there off Mr. Robson. Fielded, just 1 more to the total. But yeah, one of the hardest things to learn as a batsman is to wait for the ball to arrive.
Or as a wicketkeeper, to wait the ball into your hand.
Yeah, or that also when you're a wicketkeeper. So waiting is key, clearly. But anyway, Robson is in. Bowls. Will push for 1.
He goes to pick it up, tries to stop it with his feet.
Is he playing football or cricket? I know it's his birthday, but he's still got to do it properly. So what is Tim today? How old will Tim be today? Do we know?
How young? Nobody knows.
Be interesting to find out if anybody knows out there. How old do you think Tim?
Most probably he's has some information on Google.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's very true. Possibly, you can find this information out. But,
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. So 45 for 1, 7 overs gone, 122 required from 78 balls. Run rate just creeping up to 10. While ever it's under 10. It's controllable. You've got a chance, but once it starts getting over 10, it becomes very difficult. So let's see how this next over goes from Priyanka. But yeah, the comment there from is wait, and try and play the ball as late as you can. But hey, I've got all the knowledge sat here. Going out there is totally different. But
it is. I coach beginners and kids, and you play this shot like this and this, and then I go on a field and I myself don't do it. So I'm like, yeah, please don't do as I do as I say.
Exactly.
Tell you.
But Priyanka is in, up to Rana.
Ooh, and wide one.
So wide, well taken by Ben. So Ben, 4th choice keeper for the Hippos. Obviously no Marco, no Rudesh, no Stu Hook.
Yes.
Through injuries and away and availability. So he did well this morning. Dropped a couple, but hey, it is what it is. Even the best can do that. But he's done a good job really today, Ben.
Really enjoy his stance.
Ooh. Are you learning?
No. Compared to other wicket keepers that I see, his stance is quite wide over the shoulders, which I like. It's more. You have more stability, and you can actually move easier.
I've never been built for a wicket keeper. I'm not. I'm too big for a wicket keeper. But Priyanka in bowls.
Ooh, nice cut. Ball. Ooh, managed to stop the ball.
Well done, Richard. Richard Parkin fields it on the inner circle. So the inner circle, for those who don't know, you in T20 cricket, you have to have an inner circle and you have to have so many fielders inside at different parts of the game. So we hear about the power play, you have to have so many inside, and then after the power play it can change. Prianga in, bowls, missed by Rana, outside the off stump through to Ben.
So funny thing with the ladies game is that opposite in Penguins, they have one left-handed batter, which means Saaremaa is often just going from right-handed to the left-handed.
It's not easy when you keep moving, keep left-handed, right-handed. That's pushed out. They're going to get one. They potentially should get two, but they don't. Well, no, they thought about it, but probably a good decision in the end. I think if you were going to get two, you had to make your mind up straight away. Because once the fielder had got there, there's always a risk. So one more to the total. Any games next week for the ladies?
Yeah, again, double header Saturday. Last T10 and after that T20.
So that's in the air. That could be a chance. Falls just in front of, I think that's Max Sedgwick there.
Yeah, that's Mac.
Yeah. So I think they took a run also. One more to the total. So double header next week on the T10s.
And a week after that we start T20s.
T20s or T20s?
Yeah.
Ladies?
Yeah. Sundays.
Wow. That's a good shot. That's well fielded. No run. T20s?
T20s.
So the T10s that should take 1 hour, whatever, take 4 hours.
Yes.
So is this Sunday and Monday?
So when we do actually play T10s, it comes out as more like T15 to T18 with all the wide snowballs. So I'm just afraid. I haven't checked if it's double headers of T20s as well. Hopefully not, because I can't do T30s with all the wides.
So Saaremaa and Tiskre Penguins ladies are creating a new format of the game. Everywhere in the world is T20, but here we turn it into a T30. Dave in, outside the off stump, swipe, no run through to Ben. Start of the 9th over here for Dave. Went for 4 in his first over, but got a wicket, got an important wicket to break up that partnership.
And the score gives Beefy's age away. So Stu's saying 45.
Official 45, or is that what we're just going with? just to make him feel good.
You think he looks older?
I'm not very good at ages. I thought my wife was 23, but she wasn't.
Was she legal?
That's down the leg side, and that'll be a wide. So that's one more to the extras, one more to the total. Brings the score on to 50. So the 50 up for the Riders, 50 for 1. Tanvir on 19, Rana on 2. So Robson in, bowls. And again, that's gone through, but missed the stumps. So a dot ball.
I was definitely thinking it would be lovely that he would pick up another wicket.
Yeah, one of these two I think will be a big wicket. Obviously, Tanvir is getting set. He's been here a while now. And Rana can go big when he connects. So important. Yeah, bowled him.
I'm sorry for yelling.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think I just need to put it out into the universe.
Dave, you just keep saying it and he'll keep delivering it, obviously. So,
good job there, Dave.
Yeah, so bowl, middle stump.
You got this, babe.
You got this, babe. Was that said very often this morning in the ladies?
Not as many times.
Okay, it was good to see Amy play again today. So she lost a bit of interest, I think, on the indoor stuff. She didn't like the indoor. She felt a bit enclosed, I think, and didn't quite know if she could get out of the way. But I think seeing her here today, she combines it with the dancing, as you know. But I think she's had a really good day. I caught up with her earlier and asked her, and I'm really pleased she's enjoyed today and had a good day. So,
and she had lots of runnings because once the left-hander came to and she needed to run again.
She told me that already, Ragnar.
And then they just scored one and needed to run again. Opposite sides all the time.
She's had plenty of fresh air and energy. She'll definitely sleep tonight. That is a fact. So the new man in is Alok, and he'll be facing Dave, who wicket in his first over, now wicket in his second over. Has gone for 5 off his 10 balls bowled so far. So
Stu in the comments is saying both wickets from Robo, slow balls.
Yeah, deceived it in the flight. Correct, Stu. And again, up their length, deceived in the flight. Batsmen think you can dispatch, nice and straight, and 2 bowled. So in Dave now, bowls down the leg side. Looks at the pitch as if it's the pitcher's fault, but it's no different to the last ball you bowled, Dave. So it's not the wicket fault. That is a fact. But you've got to blame something as a bowler, foot holes or something. But anyway, here he comes again. Robson is in, bowls again, floated up, pushed out, fielded, no run. Wily character, Dave Robson. Knows his game. Captain for the day as well. So,
yes.
Leading from the front with his 2 for 6 at the minute. Swooped by Tim Heath there in the field. Swooped. Very reminiscent of Jonty Rhodes there, I think. More like Zandra Rhodes, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, that brings to the end the 9th over, 51 for 2. Alok faced 2 balls on 0. And Rana has 5 balls for 2. So the run rate creeping up now, it's just gone over 10. Current run rate is 5.67, but the required run rate is just over 10 now. So So, is it Priyanka to continue? It is from the Stockholm end. And Rana will be facing. Up to the wicket, bowls. Rana tries to dispatch him all the way back to Stockholm, but doesn't quite manage it. And is the kids' cricket still in the morning?
Yes, tomorrow morning. So after next week, it's going to switch to kids Saturdays and the women's on Sundays. So
okay, so the women will only be Sundays moving forward then, not Saturdays.
Yeah.
Okay. Priyanka in, bowls inside edge. They scamper through for 1. Owen does the fielding. And 1 more to the total, 1 more to Rana. Takes them now on to 52 for 2 in the 10th over. I see, as I was walking around, young Henry dropped a catch.
He did, but at least he stopped it, you know. I actually didn't quite see it. I just afterwards saw it.
Probably in your blind spot.
Tim Heath going over there.
Good fielding, Mr. Heath. Swooped, bent down, picked it up, and threw it in, all in within 5 movements. That's pretty good. So Henry dropped a catch, young Henry. But it was coming a bit quick at him, but he didn't have to move. And it was yet another. I mention it because yet another dropped catch, which seems to be a trend on this cricket ground. So, in again, Tim swoops. He's going to aim for the stumps and a direct hit. That could have been very close.
Yes.
Actually was a very good piece of fielding there from Tim. Swooped, picked it up and released. But the batsmen were home. We're back. So 53 for 2. 2 balls remaining of the 10th over, halfway through the innings, nearly completed. Priyanka is in, bowls, that's a wide. Well done by Ben. Ben Jones stopping that from being any more extras.
Yeah, did a couple of dives this morning as well, so.
You be careful, the ground is rock hard, it's really hard. It's.
I practiced my dives indoors on mats.
Yeah, okay.
So
you practice at diving, know how to land.
Yes,
Don't
and roll around.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a game Ragnar where you haven't ended up on the floor at some stage. So I'd expect that. But Priyanka comes now round the wicket, bowls. Rana goes for a big swing, no ding, and through to Ben Jones for a dot ball. So 1 ball left of the 10th over, 113 still required. Run rate now starting to increase quite quickly. It's over 11 now, and it gets very difficult once you let it go past 10 and over, really. But Priyanka in, last ball of the over, straight to the fielder. I think that's Mac again, fields it.
And they don't pick a run.
And no run.
No run.
No run. Dot ball.
Non-striker just went back.
Halfway through, will they stop for drinks? Yes, they will. We'll be back in 2 minutes. So,
Where did they put the ball?
So, back for the resumption. Change of bowling at the Kiev end will be Pistol Fingers himself, Richard Parkin.
Yeah, and the riders have a bit of a mountain to climb here. 11 required per over. They'll pick up one of those off Parko's first delivery.
Welcome back, Terry, into the commentary box.
Thank you, Kev.
I thought at one stage it was going to be a close game, but the Hippos have just... that wicket seems to have made a difference, the two wickets that they've taken. Anyway, Stuart in. Richard, sorry, in. Bowls. And
Rana just picks up the one Yeah, very good bowling changes from both ends. Prianga and Dave Robson both producing for the Hippos. Full doesn't get hold of it.
He'll be disappointed with only scrambling a one there.
Looked like his hand slipped on the bat.
No, maybe, yeah. Because it should have been dispatched somewhere towards the Prisma.
Here comes Parko again.
Short. Rana's launched. It's gone sky high, but that will
Beefy
be safe.
is running back. Yeah. I tell you what, if it had hung up for one more second, I reckon he would have gotten that.
He moved quite quickly there. I'm going to take that back. As soon as it went up, and as soon as I saw Tim turn, I thought, oh, that's safe. But he made up some ground there. And Remo coming in from the boundary, but just fell between them. So 2 more to the total. Parko a little bit short there. Just needs to get it a little bit fuller. He's gone from one extreme to the other.
Just wide of the grasping hands of
Going to pull up short, though. It won't go to the boundary. Mac pulls it in. 2 more to the total.
I think it was Prianga in the covers there. It was just out of his grasp. He made a diving effort.
So Parko overcompensated there. One was short. Now that was too full. That's just off the hip. It should just be none. As it is. Fielded by Dave at point. Dave Robson. Square leg, sorry.
So 7 runs from the over. And the Hippos will be very happy with that, as the Riders were unable to find the boundary. And they need to find the boundary at least once, preferably twice, if they're going to have any chance.
Change of bowling from the Stockholm end.
And it will be young Henry Pattenden. So, Dad, go easy on the boy.
I was very balanced last week with my commentary on him, and we'll continue to do so.
Well, you referred to the ball smashed straight at him as a dropped dolly. It was not a dolly. It came very, very quickly. And here he comes from the Stockholm end.
So up to the crease, bowls, first ball outside the off stump. And he's got a wicket with his first ball.
Caught behind by Ben Jones. The young lad is absolutely ecstatic.
Oh, that'll be another week of no sleep, Terry. He was so excited last week. He's got a wicket. He took a catch last week. He's got a wicket this week.
Well,
I have to say though, Terry, very proud day today.
You should be. Your wife and daughter both won 2 games.
Yeah.
And now your son's picked up a wicket with his first ball. So, not that the female side of your family picked up any wickets or scored any runs. Neither of them batted, to be fair.
But part of a winning team.
Yeah. Well, certainly your wife was captain of the winning team for 2 matches.
She was.
They both bowled. Make sure you let Amy know she was bowling quite well. And the first game, the only reason why she delivered a few wides was the strong wind was pushing it down leg side. If it hadn't have been for that wind, they would have all been good balls.
Okay, I will ask her. She feels quite happy about today. It was good to see her back, actually, Terry.
Yeah.
So Ronnie is the new batsman in. Henry bowls, and again, big swing, no ding. Good shape from Henry there. But
I tell you what, Henry's got the theatrics down. He had both hands on the head for how close he was to the edge of the bat for almost picking up 2 and 2 balls.
He's watched his father for many years. I'd get hit for 4 and still do that. So he's in, 3rd ball of the innings. That's a ball.
Oh my God!
He bowled it.
Middle stump goes cartwheeling out of the ground.
And do you know, Terry, I think he gave him a bit of a send-off then as well.
It was a peach of delivery. There was a bit of swing on that, a bit of movement in the air, and he's absolutely destroyed middle stump.
Do you know, people asked me over the week about how I felt about commentating when Henry, and I tried to be impartial. And look, I've said to him in the week how well he did. He didn't get a wicket, but he didn't concede many. He took a catch. But I don't care if impartiality is in or not. I'm very proud of him there. He's done really, really well. And credit to the young man. Stu
Hook saying in the chat, he's going to have a check of the record books, but he's pretty sure Henry now holds the record for youngest player to take a Division 1 wicket. As Henry's 12, I'm fairly certain that is correct because Victoria took a wicket when she was 14 and Gabby was 13 or 14. And Henry hasn't just got one, he's got two in 3 balls with the...
And good balls, if I say so myself. From a
very good
back
balls.
To being impartial commentary, whoever was bowling that, you'd be very happy with those lines, those lengths, a little bit of swing. So well done, young man. But you have to see this over out.
Yep.
You're in a team game. There's still 3 more balls to bowl, and you have to go back now and concentrate on every ball being important, and it is important. So.
And that brings to the crease who I regard as Ryder's best bat, and that is Cush.
So just resetting the field, I think.
Yeah, square leg umpire has just noticed something and
talking to the scorers on his
halted play.
Walkie-talkie.
I think he's wanting an adjustment to the scoreboard, or he's just checking something.
I can't see that scoreboard from here, Terry. I don't know what that says.
No, what I think it is that the scorers weren't sure of which batter had come out.
Okay.
And the umpire's just confirming that it's Cush. Yeah, they put the wrong batter in. They've put Esanor in, and it's they put Cush in. It's not Cush. It is Esanor.
Okay.
Finally,
and after all that, there was
correct.
one off that ball, the 4th ball of the 12th over.
Yeah, I should have known it wasn't Cush, because Cush is a left-hander.
Yeah, you probably should then. But this will be a test for young Henry against Rana. Rana can hit the ball very well. But again, good lines, good lengths, well bowled, Henry.
Look at the respect shown there by the very experienced Rana.
Yeah.
The senior statesman just blocks out the young whippersnapper. Rana's standing there thinking, I'm not going to be like my teammates. I'm not going to get out to a kid.
So in last ball of the over, bowled. It will go for 1.
Oh, it's a misfield.
Oh, come on, you've got to chase that down. That's shocking. That's not acceptable.
I believe that's Mac, who you would not expect it from, or usually one of the better fielders in Estonian cricket.
The end of the 12th over, Henry's first.
And he's got
3 runs, but got 2 wickets and 2 proper wickets. So well done, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the skip to take you off now. That'll do for the day. Thank you. Just think if you'd have caught that dolly that came to you earlier, then
dolly my ass.
And he had a bat, didn't he? He didn't face a ball, but yeah, he's had a really good day today, and this is what it's all about: bring these youngsters through, support them, nurture them. He'll learn off some of these good players in these teams. So all good stuff. Anyway, Richard Parkin back outside the off stump. That'll be a wide.
Run rate required creeping up to 12.75 now for the Riders.
Yeah, 102 off 48 balls, starting to become a challenge, I would think.
I think it's gone beyond a challenge. I think it is already impossible.
Not if we keep bowling 20 ball overs here.
I was just going to say, not if Parker keeps bowling wides like this.
We'll have Greenpeace here soon, Terry. There's a couple of whales coming round here, look.
Oh, lay off. The female half of the Patton family here are coming over to celebrate with you Henry's fantastic efforts.
So that's gone. It's in the air. That's going to be safe, but they should come back for 2. Owen in. Throws, return. So 2 more to the score.
That was actually a free hit because the previous one had been a no ball.
Was it no ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pitching off the carpet. Parko needs to find his radar again here. That is
now
off the radar.
So I think he'll tell you he didn't have the greatest game this morning, and he batted well. He batted really well in this innings today, but his bowling is slightly off. But I'm going to let you into a little secret.
Well, his previous over was quite good.
But he didn't get back till about midnight last night, flew in from somewhere. So I don't think he's had much sleep or preparation, but that's a good ball. It's squirted out, well stopped by the footballer there, Dave Robson.
Mm-hmm.
One more to the total.
Dave Robson doing his impersonation of Callum Wilson from Newcastle United.
Yeah. Who Dave will be very happy. They're one win away from a Champions League place. And that's
short from Parko again,
got what it deserved. Dispatched. That's gone over the boundary. It's now being fetched from the rugby field.
Mm-hmm.
So,
talking of football, and very typical for me, been a lifelong West Ham fan, and basically 11 months after I leave Prague, West Ham are in a European Cup final in Prague.
Is that where it's held?
It's where it's going to be on June 7th. The thing is, though, like I could have very easily just flown from here to down there. I'm going to be in Norway that week.
So it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and on that day, I'm going to be seeing Iron Maiden in Norway.
Okay, choices. Iron Maiden in Norway or West Ham in Prague. But your ticket's already booked and everything, I suppose, for the Iron Maiden thing, is it? Okay.
Yeah. And
I mean, either or is just a noise, to be fair. I wouldn't thank you for either, but...
that's all right.
Parko swap sides. It's coming... that's a better length.
That's a nice shot.
That's going to run away. It's going to plug, actually. So didn't quite get that out of the middle as I thought. But that was I think
he did get out of the middle. The thing was he checked it.
Okay, yeah. I think that's true.
If you had have played through it...
Yeah, that's
probably would have got the boundary.
2 more to the total, 77 for 4. Richard Parkin in, down the leg side, will be a wide. It's 9 ball over so far. Sets himself up to the crease. Last official ball of the over has got dispatched and will be just pulled in by young Henry inside the boundary. They take 2. They're coming back for 3.
Yeah, he probably should have picked out the relay man who was there for him.
Yeah, should have gone to Dave and then Dave in, but it's the end of the 13th over, 8-1 for 4. This will be interesting if Henry is getting another over.
Oh, it'd have to be.
Yeah, but he's just gone and chased the ball. He'll be blowing. And, you know. He's taking his cap off. He's expecting to bowl another one. And why wouldn't he?
Yeah. As Tim Heath throws him the ball, and Henry goes, "Thank you, Beefy. Now you can have my cap."
Where's the respect gone these days?
I think Tim would be very happy to look after the cap of a double wicket taker.
Well, that's true. That's true. Be really good to see.
So the it looks like Richard Parkin's gone off, and the substitute is coming on. Parko's dismayed at his bowling.
He's probably been sent off for bowling that 10 ball over or whatever it was in the end. But anyway, so Henry up to bowl against Eshino.
Full
got
slapped.
Dispatched. There's a man there. Should just be the one. Got away with that, young Henry.
Yeah. Simoon fielding into deep cover was able... deep cover. Jesus Christ, wrong side of the field. Deep mid-wicket. Picked it up perfectly.
test here now for young Henry. Get back on it. The excitement of that previous over is gone. Concentration is needed. Every ball. He's up to the wickets. He bowls. He's going to edge that for 1. They'll come back for 2. Well bowled though, Henry. Good shape.
And well fielded by Rimo. Yeah, he shouldn't be dismayed at that. Seeing the batter slashing at it like that always means there's a possibility of a wicket on.
So he's in, up to the crease, bowls, well
slower
bowled. Bowled. Rana was going to be a big swing there, checked his shot, played it back. So halfway through the 14th over.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Rana playing any sort of rash shots unless Henry gives him a loose one. Rana does not want to get out to him, not to someone who is a quarter of his age.
Well bowled, Henry.
On drive, he's got that one just wide of the fielder. Some poor fielding. Tried to slide and cut it off with his feet.
Missed it completely. It's gone for 4. 4 more to the total, 4 more to Rana, but should have been at worst 2.
Yeah, I think
potentially 1.
That was Colour down there attempting to do a sliding tackle on a moving cricket ball.
Yeah, he's half in, half out. I don't get that position. That's going to also go for 4. Simon won't cut that off.
Henry's just strayed onto the onside a bit too much there, and Rana's able to put it away. It's a good shot. And these are the much-needed boundaries that the riders require. But I would actually say they need another 4 here off this last ball of Henry's to be able to put themselves into any type of position, even though they've already got 11 from the over.
Need a big over though, don't they?
They really need
enough to get you back.
They need a couple of big overs.
Yeah, they do. They do. So, last over ball of the 14th over. Henry is in. Bowls. Again, it's pulled.
Moon out on the boundary will clean it up. And they just pick up the 1 to keep Rana on strike.
The end of the 14th over, 93 for 4. Esano moves on to 10, Rana on 26. The final 6 overs.
They need 2 a ball.
Yeah, 74 needed. It's going to be tough. Robbo's still got some overs in his hutch. Simoon's coming on now, the mystery man. Has Colour bowled out? I'm not quite sure.
No. Colour only bowled 2.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if Owen bowled out. Prianga, did he bowl through? I'm not sure. I think
Prianga only bowled 3.
Yeah, I do. Agreed. Mac? Does Mac bowl? Mac bowls, doesn't he?
Yeah. So, Simoon's coming on as the 6th bowler. And last year, Simoon was the leading wicket taker in the league for Tartu Cricket Club. That tells you something about the bowling options, at least, that the Hippos have got. And the leading wicket taker from last year's EPL is coming on as the 6th bowler in this match.
His last game for a while for Simoon.
Yeah, he's off to Bangladesh
tomorrow or Monday or something. So I look forward to seeing him back before the end of the summer potentially.
So he comes into Rana.
Oh, the mystery man straight away is on the spot, and I am pleased to tell you, viewers, that we currently have 4 spectators.
We have a lot more than that.
Well, okay. If you let me finish, who have stopped on the road to watch the game. There is many more on the ground. Many more. But That's really good. That's been hit out. That should be fielded out in the deep. It is. Should just be the one.
Yeah.
They've gone for two. They've pushed for two. Good running. Good running. He's in. Safe. Gets Rana back on strike. He just needs a bit of an oxygen mask now, by the looks of it. He's blowing. But, yes, I don't know how many. 10, 20, 40, 50 people on the ground watching. But to see people stop on the roads on their bikes is a good improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So Simon had looked to get it a little fuller. It was a little short, and I think where he's at his best is just that fuller length.
Yeah. And well, Richard Parkin has actually left the field. He's just gone off in a car.
In bowls, that's short. That could run away for 4 more.
Yeah.
Tickled over the boundary, 4 more to Rana.
Yeah, it seems that that was the area where Simon was fielding, and he's come on to bowl, and they've not replaced him with anyone. They've forgotten.
Come on, Robbo. You did well this morning with your field places.
There's only 3 fielders on the off. No, 4 fielders on the offside. Yeah. Just called a wide. Yeah,
but 3 are together within the space of 5 yards, and then
the long off. Yeah. I couldn't see the long off through the corner of the hut, so for a moment I was thinking there could have been a possibility of there being 6 on the onside, which is illegal. But no.
Come on, Robbo. It's not very good field placings. You need to be better than that. Simon in bowls, and if that beats the infield,
Robbo just gets a fingertip to it.
Good job, he dived.
He's definitely saved runs there.
He has.
Yeah,
but if he had better field placings, he wouldn't.
Well, this is the thing. Yes, Simon bowls quite straight. His deception is with his lack of pace and loopiness and changing length, but you still need cover on the offside.
Yeah,
I
think
that's his deceiving one.
Eshino had 3 shots he was going to play then and ended up playing none of them. And I say that regularly when Simon is bowling. He's very mysterious. And you think, oh, look at this is easy. But he does something with it every time. But I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to it. That is shocking field placings from a captain. Game gone, game not gone. You have to keep doing the same things repetitively to get good. Dot ball. But,
well, he's basically just... His field is saying they're not going to play a cut shot or a cover drive to Simon. And that's pretty fair enough. Except he then put a couple a little bit too far outside off, and the result was one went for 4
dispatched.
And one went for 1.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the end, only 8 runs from the over, so the required run rate goes up, and the Riders now needing 13.6. As we said previously, they do need multiple boundaries and over, and they're not getting that, so it's just becoming a mission impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
You asked before if Mac bowls. He's going to show you what he can do with a ball.
He is.
As he's coming on from the Stockholm end.
That sun through the window is very warm, isn't it? Anyway, Mac is in, bowls. That's on the legs, squirted away. Young Henry swoops and throws that in. This will test your arm, young man, out there. Rana could sky one to you out here as well. That'll be a test also. Mac in, bowls. Rana plays it all along the ground. One more to the total. Rana moves on to 35 and 34, sorry, and the score on to 102 for 4. 65 needed from 28. Mac loops one again. That's lofted. A little 9 iron, but safe in the middle. And one more to the total. Again, seemed a bit of a nothing shot, but added one more to the total. Mac in very leg side and will be given a wide. You're expecting it to do a little bit too much when you push it out that wide. So up to the stumps, Mac bowls. Again, steps across, pulls it round.
And he picked out Prianga at square leg.
So Eshino on strike. Mac bowls. He's launched.
Colours underneath it.
Should be taken.
It's
and
out.
It is taken.
It's a good catch.
It's pretty much the same field as he had for Simoon. It looks a better field for this setting than it did for the previous over, other than Henry much more squarer. But yeah, the 5th wicket falls. Eshino gone for 11. Caught by Calla, bowling off Max Sedgwick. So 106 for 5. And it really is mission impossible now if it wasn't beforehand.
NM Creation saying the problem with the Riders is the runs are coming from one batsman, not from both ends. Absolutely correct. This was what was actually going well for the Riders with the opening partnership. They were both scoring well. They were rotating the strike. You feel once those two openers were removed, the innings stalled greatly. Prianga was bowling very economically. Dave Robson picking up the 2 wickets. Now Rana's been the only one scoring.
So Mac bowls the last ball of the 16th over, picks out a fielder, end of the over, the score 105 for 5, 62 needed from 4 overs.
15 and a half and over.
It'd be very entertaining last 4 overs, Terry, if they achieved it.
That would. That I'm not holding out for it. No. Much. Their only hope would be for Simon to come on and bowl half a dozen no balls and wides. That's half a dozen of each.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So Simon bowls. Oh, it's gone through. Stopped by Ben behind the stumps. A dot ball in the scorebook.
Simon's a bowler who really tests the patience of batters.
So it could be a gap to fill for the Hippos over the next couple of months, Simon. From a bowling perspective, Rana comes down. Should just be the 1. Fielded out in the deep. They've come back for 2. You have to attack the ball. As a fielder, you cannot just stand there and wait for the ball to come to you.
Yeah. Well, Prianga, Simon and Henry have all contributed with the ball, and you'd say that without the 3 of them, the Hippos would struggle for bowlers in these 2 matches today.
Not quite sure why they're running, if that's bowled him.
And it hasn't bowled him. The ball was outside off stump. I think it's Ben Jones, the keeper, who's broken the stumps. He certainly didn't have the ball.
Ron, okay. So what's he give? What's the umpire giving here? A no ball?
I don't see him giving anything.
So was it a run off the bat?
It was not. He's signalled buys now. So he definitely didn't hit it.
No, exactly.
Okay. I saw the ball go past off stump, and after the ball had gone past it, the stumps were broken.
So Simon in.
Slaps
launched,
that one.
But there's two fielders converging. Again, it should just be the two. So two more to the total. Rana moves on to 35. Saeed yet to face a ball and ultimately therefore yet to score.
And the scorers believe the over is done, but this will be a 7th delivery.
Interesting if it was a wicket, but it's going to fall short out there in the deep. Should just be the one.
It's possible that it was actually a no ball given, and the scorers are now going back and adjusting the score for the over. We'll see what they put in. I didn't see a no ball signalled at all. Oh. Yeah, they're still putting it in. We're about to get to the ball
conclusion
that was interesting.
Yeah, I thought he'd given a no ball sign for height, but I might be wrong.
The square leg?
No, I didn't see the square leg. The standing umpire at the non-strikers end, but
they're just checking something. Yeah, they're going off to umpires going off to speak to the scorers. Yeah. The scorers are a little confused because the scorers are thinking that was a 7-ball over. If it was a 7-ball over, it was a 7-ball over. Umpires make mistakes, and you have to record that. So what we can tell you is that Max Sedgwick is going to continue from the Stockholm end. While the scorers fix up things in the app. Dot ball to start for Mac. Hopefully they'll... Big swing and a miss there from Saeed.
Flighted there by Mac. It's not Rana on strike, is it?
No.
No. Okay. That's a wide.
Ignore that. That's
okay.
All still stuck in the previous over. You're making a dog's breakfast of...
Mike just bowled a wide there, but he's back on outside the off stump. That's gone high in the air. Will Simon get underneath that? He will.
Oh, he can't hold on to it though.
Shelled it. Did well to get there.
Yeah.
But couldn't complete the catch in the end. So one more to the total. One more to Saeed.
He had it, but it just dribbled out.
Rana now on strike. Fielded out in the deep. Mackie's in. Bowls. Oh, Ben goes for the stump in, but it's not given. So obviously not either his foot never left the crease or it was back in time. Didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it ever left.
No, not to me either. Work on the pitch 2 started already from the maintenance team.
They're not working. That's just at least one, if not both, of those vehicles are being driven by children.
Okay. So that's pushed out. Henry will pick this up in the deep. Only one more to the total. Henry, you have to attack that ball. I don't quite know why it's so difficult for a fielder. You should be attacking the ball.
So that's the end of the over. Just 3 runs coming from it. This game is kind of petering out.
It happened a bit the same last week, if I remember, against these two teams. It's 26.5 per over needed. Mr. Robson comes on.
Well, the margin of victory is going to be a little less this time. Last week, the Hippos beat the Riders by 60 runs. And it's a nice ball, just pushed to the short cover for the 1 run. Would have thought with 2 for 6 off his previous 2 overs, Dave would have called that a day.
Yeah, I'd have taken that. Thank you very much indeed. There's a run-out chance here.
Oh! If it hit, I'd say he was gone.
So Dave now protecting and trying to complete and wrap up here. Bowls. Rana smashes him out. There's a fielder there.
It's gone through him.
Again, appalling fielding. And it's gone through him for 4 more to Rana. Rana moves on now to 43. The score onto 119. And that's just pretty lackluster.
Remo just overran it, and it ended up going just slightly past him on the right-hand side and went between a couple of logs, across the road, under a car, into the paddock.
Robson in. Ooh. Through to Ben Jones behind the stumps. So will Rana reach a 50?
Yeah, see if he can manage to salvage something out of the day.
He's lobbed that up. There's definitely one. Owen Fields. There could have been 2. Should have been 2.
Yeah, but Syed wasn't looking at all.
Be interesting to see if they take a 1 here. So Robson in, final ball of the 19th over. And he's caught him.
Yes, what a catch.
He's juggled it, but he's caught it, held on to it.
That's a fantastic take with the gloves there by Ben Jones.
4th choice keeper. Again, he's done really well today, Ben, as a not a keeper really. And he took a couple of catches in the first game. Yeah, he shelled a couple, but he's been fine. He didn't let many buys through, if any. So yeah, and he batted very well in this game. Came in at number 10 in the first game. So exactly, clearly.
What the hell was going on there?
Yeah, Ben came 10 and Robbo 11. So yeah, but everybody did get a game. Did get a go in that game. So so look, 1 over to go. The runs are irrelevant now. That will not be completion, but. What the Hippos should do is see this game out correctly, properly, professionally. And that said, on comes... I thought Tim was going to bowl. Tim is going to bowl.
Yep.
Tim Heath will finish this off.
The birthday boy is going to have a bowl. Dave Robson ends up with figures of 3 for 12.
So Tim in, bowls, wide, yes, as given. Again, the statistics show me the wide first ball of a spell is huge, the amount of times that happens.
It's almost like you could bank on it.
Yeah.
Appealing for caught behind.
Ben, just, don't get greedy. You've done well, my friend.
He's trying to buy his boss a wicket.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, boss. Of course he hit it, boss. Oh, he's flanked out. That will run away, but fielder is there.
It didn't have the legs on it.
So 2... No, 1 more to the total.
2.
Oh, they got 2, did they? It was
yep.
Rana, was it?
Yeah. So Rana just needs 4 for his half century. He's facing his old mate Tim Heath. They played together for very many years. He's found the gap.
Will Henry get there? Henry is running round, swoops round, and that is shocking. That is absolutely shocking fielding.
And Rana gets the 4, so he gets his 50 off the bowling of Tim Heath. As I said, the two of them played together for many a year. They've known each other for a very long time. I'm sure they'll have a celebratory beverage together afterwards.
That's gone high in the air. Will he get his revenge? It's coming
Priyanka,
through.
oh.
No, just falling over him, running backwards. It's got a little ragged this last couple of overs. The game was gone, and you can clearly tell that. But well done, Rana. Well done for reaching your 50 personal gain. Well done. But you have to stay switched on for the whole 20 overs.
Now checking something else.
The Hippos will win this game, which is their aim, which was their goal. And maybe, if they hadn't have reversed the batting order effectively earlier, they could have won the game against the Stallions, because they didn't have a full strength side out either. But anyway, Tim is in, bowls. Rana dispatches that. Can Henry field this one? He can. So one more to the total.
Yep. Very good long barrier displayed there by young Henry. Textbook stuff.
Textbook the ball before, was it, that came to him? But there we go. Comic book, maybe.
He's gone from comic book to textbook.
Yeah, which is good, which is okay, which is acceptable. But look, last ball of the official ball. I'm not sure what he's doing, but
something just fell off him.
Okay. So Tim in, bowls the last ball, and it gets dispatched. There will be runs. It won't be a wicket unless there's a run out. But fielder picks it up, returns it in. There's nobody backing up. Yes, there is. And that concludes the innings. So the Hippos take the win by 35 runs. Brings to the end a great day yet again here at Tiskre. Cricket, ladies, double header, Tiskre Penguins against Saramar. It was great to see. A beautiful day. The sun's been shining. Lots of people down, having a great time. 2 great games here on pitch 1. Another successful day for Estonian cricket and the Eesti Premier League Division 1.
Yep, and there'll be 2 more games here from Field 1 at Tiskre again tomorrow. Starting off in the morning, I believe it is Tallinn United versus the Rising Stars. That should be a good close battle between those 2 teams. That all starts at 11 a.m. So we hope to have your company again. That will say adieu.
Thank you very much, everybody. Over 400 views on the chat on the streaming today. So again, just signs that the cricket is going in the right direction and it keeps growing. So thank you all for your contribution, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a nice evening.
Goodbye.